Welcome everyone to another edition of the Lookout live stream session. This is HueFin News, also known as HFN. We are going to talk about a couple of stocks that our artisan members want to look at on today. Now, before I go into that, if this is your first time ever watching our particular channel or participating in the live stream and you all appreciate it, make sure before you go, hit the like button, share the video, also subscribe to the channel. We want to make sure that the information that we are delivering to you is learnable, and as well as something that you can utilize in your daily walk in these cryptocurrency spaces or even in the stock market. Now, before I go into these couple of stocks that our artisan members want us to review, also, I want to say appreciated to Khalid Salam. He is our newest member who joined our community about 2 days ago. I just want to recognize him for joining us in our organization, our community, as we continue to delve on into predicting where the trap is going to go in the market for cryptocurrency, stocks, commodities, whatever the case may be. Before I get started, I want to tell everyone, tap a 1 or press 1 if you all can hear me right now. Before I get started, type a 1 in the chat. All right. I got a couple of ones coming in right now, so let's go ahead and get started. I appreciate you all joining us on this weekend. I know there's a lot of things you guys could have been doing. Just want to say thank you for participating with us. Now, there are 3 charts that we're going to look at today. The first one is from Agaze. He wanted us to look at Tron. That's why we're going to start off here on this price chart right now. And Tron, he wants us to pay attention and look at this particular chart. So let's go ahead and do that right now. You guys can see that we did a prediction for Tron on the 16th of January, expecting the price to continue to increase, right? That was on our last on a Lookout live stream that we did previously during the month of January. Now, the question that I want to ask each and every one of you, okay, so we all can learn together, what trend do you think the market in Tron is currently going through? Remember, there's only 3 trends that the market can be in, right? It can be in an uptrend, a downtrend, or just a sideways trading trend. So out of those 3, which one is Tron currently going through? I want to zoom out and I want you all to see. Okay, I want you to think about what the trap is trying to display to us on this price chart. Are we going higher? Are we going lower? And are we going sideways? And I think many of you may already know the current trend into the market in Tron. I mean, it's obvious. You can see that the market is trending higher in price. And one thing that we do as a community of traders or individuals who are trying to predict the market is we do not try to break the trend. All B says that the market looks strong, so use our custom emojis to distinguish that. So we do appreciate the usage of our custom emojis and calling the markets. We want each and every one of our members to utilize those custom emojis to try to call the market. We all need to get we need to get better at predicting the market. So Cisco also says that Tron is going higher in price. That is the current trend. So I think we all are in agreement. You know, the market in Tron is in a uptrend and we're not going to break the trend. We're simply going to follow the breadcrumbs that the trap has laid down for us. Now, let me bring up an image of the trap right now, because this is the image that we've created that we wanted everyone to place a face on that name, the trap. He's the one that moves the market. It's plain and simple. And we need to follow what he does. And as you all can see on our prior prediction in Tron, we expected the market to go higher in price. And what day did the market in Tron hit our TP price? It did it on the 29th of January, 2021. So congratulations. You all were able to do that. We called that on the 16th of January with the expectation that Tron was going to move higher in price. 31% right there. Congratulations. So now what occurred? Because you can see that we already identified that 4 cents was restriction. We did that. So that is precisely what occurred on the 29th 9th of January, the market found restriction again. That's why the market in Tron came right back down. So we were in position. That's why we took the profit at 4 cents, because we knew that sellers were there. So now let's look at this on a different time frame. I want you all to tell me right now, where do you think the market in Tron is going to go? Where do you think the price in Tron is going to go before I give you all our prediction? What do you think? We have one comment already from Foolishly Bullish saying, well, he's not saying, let me say it for him. This is what he wrote. He said, I hope everybody's ready for a crash. Do you all think a crash is coming in the market? Do you think Tron is going to crash? Where do you all think we're headed? Right now, we're looking at the chart on a 3-day time frame for Tron. Do you think we're going to continue to see higher price, or do you think we're going to go lower? Because we already saw the market hit restriction at 4 cents, and that is still a viable area of restriction. So that is one hurdle that the market in Tron has to break above. Dan says that he's looking for Tron to go sideways for a bit. Jason Shepard says no. Aracasa, if BTC dumps. If Bitcoin dumps, what do you mean? You think the price is going to go down too for Tron? Okay. So let me see. Let me show you all what we're seeing on the market in Tron right now. Okay. So I wanted to start off real quick on the weekly time frame. So now look, first thing I wanted us to all see and pay attention to is look at what occurred here and here. Okay. Let's look at the market right here. Okay. So we're going to focus our attention in on the volume on these two weekly price bars, right? Because every time the market in Tron came to 4 cents, the volume was massive. Okay. Abra says that, yeah, he's expecting a big TC or Bitcoin dumps. He's looking for Tron to go down as well. So look at this. Every time the market in Tron came around 4 cents, the volume increased. And look at what was the result. The market in Tron moved lower. So the expectation would be the same thing. This is the second time that the market in Tron, once it traded around 4 cents, saw increase in volume. So the expectation would be for us to expect some weakness and movement to the downside. We can understand that, and we can see that because the trap already told us what occurred here on this weekly price bar that begun on August the 31st, 2020. So he's letting us know already. The last time I came up here at 4 cents, we found problems and issues. Okay. Now keep that in mind. So we have that area of 4 cents still as restriction. Our support line, this ascended line, also is still in play. That hasn't broken. So our main focus as we continue to see this market in Tron trade is going to be in this vicinity. This is the crucial area that each and every one of us need to pay attention to. What occurs in this area that I've circled will determine whether Tron is going to continue to go higher or lower. All right. So now let's go ahead and look at Tron on a 5-day time frame. Now, one thing that changed, okay, from when the market in Tron was traded around 4 cents in September to now was the result. Okay. You guys can see that the result into the market in Tron in September from all that high volume was down, right? Well, here we are now. We came up here towards 4 cents and the market is still trending higher. That's the thing that we need to see. The trap is telling us that things have changed since the last time we came and traded around 4 cents. Okay. The market did not react negatively to it. I mean, we were 2 5-day price bars into this and the market is still trending higher in price. But I don't want us to be confused or to start thinking that the market is still strong in Tron, because we still had to pay attention as to what occurs in that area that I circled earlier. Okay. Now, looking at this on a 3-day time frame, you guys can even see here as we get smaller and smaller in time frame, you can see an area of restriction forming, and it's right there around 0.036, maybe a little bit higher. right? Could this be the beginning point to where we see weakness entering the market? It could be. We need to keep that expectation as to understanding that the market in Tron could actually find some restriction and actually see some movement to the downside. Okay. Now, before I put the prediction on, let's look at this on an hourly time frame. Okay. Because the market will have to show us the ability to break above 0.036. That is the only thing really that is keeping me from stating that the market in Tron is going to continue to go higher in price. That's the only thing, right? So once we see this weakness come through the market in Tron around 0.036, 0.038, the market cannot break 0.032 to the downside. Okay. So I really want to place that as a contingent. 0.032, maybe even 3 cents in general, cannot be broken to the downside. Okay. So on this particular forecast, we're going to continue to play the strength into the market for Tron. Okay. Now I understand that many people in the comment section is looking for Tron to go lower in price, especially if Bitcoins continue to show an emphasis of weakness. Tron will follow suit. So we're going to play the strength on this particular prediction though. All right. And we stated that 3 cents cannot be broken. This prediction will remain valid so long as price trades above 3 cents. All right. And that takes us almost all the way down to our ascending line. Now, obviously, we already identified that 0.036 is restriction. So we will have to logically skim off some of that TP. TP simply means take profit. So we would take off a little bit around 0.036, which is around 3.14%. And I'm just going to simply extend it all the way back up here towards 0.038. Because like you all said in the comment section, I'm not seeing the bullishness really occur in Tron as of this particular moment. Okay. So we're going to follow this. All right. This is going to be our newest forecast for Tron. This is what we're expecting the market to go in. Well, according to the trap. All right. So that was the one that Agaze wanted us to look at. He also wanted us to look at XRP, but I went ahead and did a separate video for XRP. So Agaze, all you have to do is go ahead and check out that video there, and you will see our prediction as to what we're expecting the market in XRP to go. Okay, so the next chart that we are going to look at is going to be Aave. That is from Cisco. All right. If you guys have been paying attention to Aave, you understand that that particular cryptocurrency has been on a tear. It's been on fire. It has been making all-time highs, and it looks like it's not going to stop. Now, let's take a look at the chart now, because I want to ask you all the question, where do you think Aave is headed? Okay, this is Aave right here. Massive, massive movement to the upside for this particular cryptocurrency. I mean, even yesterday, the market in Aave made all-time highs. So the first question we need to ask, where do you think the market's going to go? Let us know in the comment section. Do you think the market in Aave is weak or strong? Because the amount of volatility, the amount of profits that can be had in the cryptocurrency space is something that you will not get in any other market. Like the relatively newness of this cryptocurrency space is what allows us to be in position to grab these profits out of the market. So where do you think we're going in Aave? Are we weak or are we strong? Because just like the first comment, who said that? Let me see. Foolishly Bullish saying that he's hoping everyone's ready for a crash. And look at where Aave is trading at. Like, I'm zooming out right now, and there is nowhere historically since this market has been trading in Aave that we can gauge to where restriction can be at. Jason says, hi AFF. Cisco says the market in Aave is very strong. It's on fire. All B said the market is strong right now. Theta Moon Me said down before it goes up. All right. So Theta, how low you think the market's going to go? Mark Cuban pump. I agree. Dan and Theta said that profits will be taken. Mark Cuban is pumping Aave. Okay. Yeah, Theta said that profits will be pulled. I agree. A lot of people are up here in the market in Aave since we are trading around all-time highs and taking profit. So we got a couple of people saying that the market in AVE is strong, which is definitely visible on the price chart. We need to make a determination to get in position to see, can it be sustained though? Can the market in AVE sustain this massive trend that it has been in? Let's first go through our last prediction in AVE. So here we are. We did it on the 27th of January 2021, not that long ago, and we expected this trend to continue in AVE. So ultimately we had our TP price at $312, give or take, made all-time highs. It did that on the 30th of January, and since then, take a look at this. Market just shot straight higher, massively higher. When you look at this, let me get rid of this real quick since we already tagged that out. Look at the slope of the overall trend in AVE versus the current breakout trend that it is going through right now. Can that be sustained? Ask yourself the question, can this massive slope be sustained in AVE? And like Theta and Dan already said, you would expect the market to go lower because it cannot be sustained. And the last 2 trading days, if you look at February the 4th and February the 5th, we had the market close off of the highs. Look at that. So like Theta said, the market is getting hit with sellers. Theta saying he's looking for the price to come back down to $390 to $405. Okay, we'll look at that. That's very plausible. I could definitely see that occur for AVE. So we already understand. Look at the chart now. The market is breaking the trend. So Theta, you are actually on par with seeing what we're seeing on the price chart. The market is not able to sustain this current uptrend. So it is breaking it. We can see that. Cisco asked the question, do you think it will be a big correction soon in the cryptocurrency market? I definitely do. I think the trend that we've been in, I think since, ending of last year, the overall cryptocurrency space is due for some weakness. It's due for us to come back down to a sustainable level because the demand of these high prices, the market is not going to continue to buy that. You will find an area to where the trap will have to lower the price to where he can conduct more of a market. We're not going to find a lot of buyers at these high prices very long. So I would be expecting, the overall cryptocurrency space to calm down, cool down a little bit, move back down to lower prices. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to come down to like $5,000 or $6,000 like Bitcoin did last year, but it's definitely something that we can see movement lower in price. Okay. So now we already know that AVE is giving us some weakness. We're currently seeing the market down 5.25%. So I think for the most part, based off what Theta is saying and what the trap is telling us, that the market in AVE is due for some weakness. Okay, so we're going to follow that same notion. Now, let's look at this on a 3-day time frame. Okay, because look at this spread in AVE. The volume definitely confirms that the market was in agreement with coming up here towards $500. So that is something that confirms that the market is comfortable at this moment of trading around $425 to $550. That is cool. We got that. Now we need to pay attention to, since we are under the premise that AVE is going to go lower. Okay. Theta said that the price, he was looking for the market to go to 380 to 405. So let's go ahead and put in a prediction that the market's going to go down to 380 real quick. All right. So that's about 19.5% that the market in AVE can go lower, right? We can definitely see that come to fruition, as well as 405. The first area I would take, you would look for 405, which is around 15%. Now I want you all to see that the prices that Theta talked about for support are areas to where the market came and found a stopping point. So he said around 380, which is right here in this vicinity. So yeah, that's a logical area that we could see the trap come in and try to prop up the market. He also said 405, which is the last area. You guys can see it here, but I see a better area either around 440, which it already did. He already confirmed that 440 was going to be support. Then the next one was 420. All right. So Now, as I look at the 4-hour chart in the market in Aave, the market is not really establishing a lot of weakness. Like I told you, we're already seeing some support come in around 440. So this area is going to be crucial for us to pay attention to going forward. Okay, 440. Ultimately, I can see 420 trying to come in and do a very quick touch as well. Okay, so now, based off what occurred at $440 over the last couple of hours, the trap is telling us, hey guys, I'm not trying to lower the price right now below 440. So if anything, on the shorter time frame, on the hourly time frame, the market in Aave is retaining its strength. It is not giving us a lot of weakness. It is not indicating to us a lot of weakness at the moment. So we have to pay attention to see where restriction is. Is it around 500? Is it around $520? This is the area. In order for us to get ahead of the game, we need to focus in on where can we see sellers, right? So yes, the market right now is giving us strength in Aave, but I'm not saying that the bullishness is going to be maintained into the long term. Right now, we're just seeing that the market overall is strength. All right. You guys can see it, $500 to 520. So on an hourly time frame, the prediction would be that we're looking for Aave to go higher in price. But I'm not looking for that to really be sustained as of this particular moment. I mean, let's look at this on a 13-hour chart. Like, the market definitely wants to continue to show some strength. I am going to play that, okay? But that's only under the premise that the market can be able to break. You know, I'm just looking forward to go to 500 to 520. And once it hits those areas, we'll have to reevaluate it to see whether or not we can continue to see that massive movement higher in price. Okay, so for Aave, we're going to go ahead and play this on an hourly time frame. Okay, we're going to play this on the 13-hour chart only because the current trend is being seen on the hourly time frame. We would TP the market obviously around $500. You know, that's a logical area that many people in the market, a nice even number. So that's about 3.92%. I'm going to take it up to 520 though, which is about 8.25. Now this is only on the hourly time frame. Okay, we cannot let this prediction play out longer than that for the most part, because the weakness can be distinguished on a daily time frame. Okay, so let's go ahead and just do this real quick. Okay, we're going to continue to play the strength into the market in Aave just for the next couple of days. All right, maybe in the next 2 or 3 days. And once the market lays down, or the trap comes in and lays down the breadcrumbs, we should be able to have a better idea as to whether or not this can actually be sustained. But for the most part, Aave is not that weak. We're going to continue to play the strength only to 500 to 520 though. Okay, once the market comes to those particular price levels, we have to come in and reevaluate it again. Okay, so Cisco, hopefully that was helpful to you. Everyone who's in the comment section, who's watching this live stream, hopefully we was able to digest what's been going on in Aave of late. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the last one that Cisco wanted us to pay attention to, which is Ethereum. And here is Ethereum. You all can see the last time we did our prediction for Ethereum was on the 29th of January. Now the question to you now for this third chart, where are we headed? What trend is the market in Ethereum going through? Yeah, Theta, that's why we're only looking for the market to try to tag that 500 to 520 area. And then we'll have to look at it again. So we had to really look at Aave on an hourly time frame in order to really see, can that strength be maintained? So we're looking at Ethereum now. So what do you all think? Higher, lower? Is the market weak or strong? All right, got Jason saying that the market in Ethereum is in an uptrend. That is definitely true. Albi said market is strong. Cisco says that Ethereum is going up. Dan says up as long as Bitcoin keeps trending high for Ethereum. Everyone, all right, cool. We got everyone in agreement that the market in Ethereum is in a uptrend and that it is strong. I am definitely in agreement with everyone on that particular type of notion. All right, what's going on, Funky C? How you doing? So now, can this be maintained just like we did in Aave? Can this uptrend in Ethereum be maintained? Because it is definitely intact right now. You guys can see on the line that we got drawn on our chart that the trap is definitely keeping price trading above it, right? We had that breakout occur from when we did our last prediction. So if anything, 12.84% could have been taken away from the trap because he's trying to place us in these bad positions. Well, we took the lick from him and have taken 12, almost 13% out the market on that forecast. Time to get rid of it. So massive uptrend. I mean, when you look at the particular strength of these cryptocurrencies, it is unseen. We haven't seen this much strength in the market in a long time. So it's very good to finally see that majority of the world, a lot of people are finally coming on board with the longevity, the importance of cryptocurrency. This is what this current movement emphasizes, because the last time Ethereum came up here, it was just a shoot off top, a lot of exuberance, a lot of excitement, people just literally jumping on board, not really understanding the critical nature of cryptocurrencies. Well, this time, this is what we're seeing, that more people are being more acclimated. They're learning more about cryptocurrencies and they're actually placing some of their ideas in the market. So this is what we're seeing. So real quick, let's look at the market in Ethereum on a weekly time frame. And as you can see, the massive bullishness definitely is still in play, right? And one of the things I want each and every one of us to remember is that when a market trades in a market or a price level that is unforeseen, like when I zoom out, we haven't seen anywhere in the history of Ethereum being traded here on the Bitfinex exchange trade around $1,700, $1,800. We haven't seen that. So we are in uncharted territory with these cryptocurrencies. Another reason, Cisco, why I think that the market could see some movement to the downside, because there's no way that we can actually pinpoint where the restriction area is going to be at. But currently the trend is still in play, as everyone has already written in the comment section. Now, looking at this on a 3-week time frame, we already came through the market in Ethereum on weakness. Like, we started this 3-week price bar with weakness, and the trap came in and confirmed to us, I'm still going to increase the price. He came and propped up the market alongside this ascending line. So even in the long term, 3 weeks ago, once we saw that market in Ethereum come and touch that ascending line, we knew that the trend was still going to be in play. And here we are today towards the high of the bar. We still have 8 days and 6 hours left, so this will not look the same in the next 8 days. But for the most part, he's letting us know that the strength into the market in Ethereum is still there. And here we are starting out the month of February, carrying over from what occurred in January, right? So we're going to have to look at this on a daily time frame or even lower, just like we did in Aave. Okay. So you can see here that we are noticing some minor weakness coming through the market in Ethereum right now. Based off the volume that came in yesterday and closing off of the high, there is profit taking going on to the market in Ethereum. Looking at this on the 4-hour chart, one thing that you can tell, just like we did in Aave, yes, we are noticing weakness is here, but the market is not giving us a lot of weakness at this particular moment. But considering that we are trading in areas of all-time highs, we have to pay attention to see whether or not the trap is going to continue to increase that price. So, question to you, where are we headed? Where do you think the market in Ethereum is going to go? Okay, where do you think support needs to be in order for the market to go higher in price? Let me zoom out and see if you all can see. Okay, where do you think the market has to go to hold support in order for the strength to continue in the long term? No, Funky, see, we don't use Fibonacci extensions. Now, that's something that you can probably use. That will be a good thing to utilize, especially when the market is trending higher in price and we're trading around all-time highs. Fibonacci retracement could be helpful in that sense because based off that particular indicator, it kind of garners where you can see some restriction. Okay, Cisco says $1,500 is where he's looking for that market to hold support. I could see that. Definitely, I could see $1,500. I'm seeing three areas. I'm seeing three price levels that the trap can hold to substantiate that Ethereum is going to continue to go higher in price. Cisco said one of them, which was $1,500. There's two more. I want you all to see if you can guess. I'm kind of giving you a hint already on the price chart. Theta says 1450. Yep. So we had Cisco get one of the support areas right. There you go, Cisco. That is the lowest area of support the market in Ethereum cannot break in order for us to continue to see higher price. Around 1450, 1445, give or take, in that vicinity. So we have $1,500, 1440, 1450, around that vicinity. And then there's one more, and it's closer to where the market is trading at right now. So let me go ahead and draw those lines. So Cisco said $1,500 there. Cisco and Theta said around 1440, 1445, which is there. One more. I give it to you. So we're going to look around. So we're going to look around $1,590 to $1,600. These are the three areas right there. Okay, because one thing that the trap always, this is what he always do. Okay, always does. He continually shows us stoppage points to where the market goes higher. Okay, so once we continue to break that movement higher in price, that area that he broke or held the market for a while, it has to be maintained as support. So when you look at the market in Ethereum around 1400, 1450, it was hitting restriction. So on the next leg down, that area ultimately cannot be broken. He has to prop the market there in order for us to really see the market go back up, because he hit restriction there. So now on the next movement lower, it has to be maintained as support. Same thing during this particular time. He made a stoppage point here. So once the weakness in Ethereum comes through, we cannot break 1500, 1515. And he did it again recently. So these are the three areas that he has made a stoppage. So once the weakness comes through in Ethereum, we know that we need to pay attention to those three areas. Now, with those three support areas already being established that we identified, right? We need to see strength come in on each of one of these lines. Now, the sooner he comes in and prop up the market, the sooner we can go back up to all-time highs. Okay, so the first objective is for us to see how low this market in Ethereum can go, because if he comes in and supports the market on the movement lower at $1,600 and he props the market up here, we know that the market in Ethereum is a lot stronger and that we can make all-time highs. If he fails to hold support at $1,600, we come to $1,500, then more or less we're looking for the market to consolidate and trade sideways. And if he ultimately brings support here around $1,500, I mean $1,440, then the market in Ethereum is going to be in a sideways trading fashion for a while until we see him come closer to this trend. Okay, so I'm going to extend this trend up a little bit higher. Okay, let's go ahead and extend this trend up a little bit higher, because either or. The market in Ethereum is going to hold support on one of our 3 support areas, or he's going to bring the support area to this trend. So we're simply going to meet him. We have to meet him to where he's going. And that's what we're going to do. So right now, when I look at the market in Ethereum on an hourly time frame, I don't see that much weakness even right now. So just like in Aave, we're going to have to continue to play the strength into the market until we see something change. The 4-hour chart, we're not seeing that much weakness. There is selling going on, but the trap is willing to absorb it. He's willing to take the hit, letting us know that he wants to continue to increase that price. Okay. So we'll have to play this just like Aave. We're going to continue to play the strength into the market for Ethereum, but we'll have to play this on an hourly time frame and watch it as the market continues to trade. Okay, so we already got restrictions around 1750. Obviously, you will have to come in and skim off a little bit there because we already hit that area as restriction. And it's on about 3.5%. I mean, that's about it. But we know support area, and this is going to be around $1,600. But like we stated earlier, $1,500, ultimately $1,450 or so. Okay. So now I'm going to increase the profitable area in the forecast, but what is the high of this particular 13-hour bar? Around 1750, give or take. We'll have to skim off a little bit there, and we'll have to come in and reevaluate the market. Okay, we'll have to come in and take another look at the market for Ethereum at that point in time. $1,600, the sooner, if we do see weakness and the sooner we come in and grab that support at $1,600, then the enlargement of this profit area is definitely in play. Because right now I'm just looking for it to come in towards 1760. But if he comes in and prop the market around $1,600, then $1,800, $1,900 is definitely the next area to see more sellers. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that here. We're just going to play this on a 13-hour time frame, give him enough opportunity to place a lot more breadcrumbs in our way, so we just follow his lead. But at this particular moment, Aave, Ethereum, we're looking at that prediction on the hourly time frame. Need to focus in on that to see if he's going to continue to give us more strength. All right, because like the first comment that we had on this particular live stream, everyone may need to be ready for a crash, right? And I'm not saying that's going to happen tomorrow, next week. That's why we need to focus in on an hourly time frame. We got to zoom in a little bit closer to see whether or not he's feeling any weakness at the moment. And on the hourly time frame, we don't see any weakness right now. Now that could definitely change as we head on over to a daily time frame, a 2-day time frame, 3-day time frame. The longer out we go, the less uncertain it is, because we are trading around areas that we haven't seen these cryptocurrencies trade before. And like Cisco asked the question, and like Foolishly Bullish even mentioned, we have to be prepared for some movement to the downside. So that's why we're only going to look at these cryptocurrencies, Aave, Tron, Ethereum, on a smaller time frame until we see a definite indication of weakness. That's what we're on the lookout for. This is why we're creating this particular live stream. It's called the Lookout live stream session, because we need to be on the lookout. We need to be on guard for what the trap does. And as of this particular moment, he's not feeling that weak. But definitely pay attention. Keep your guard up, because trading these unforeseen charter territories, I'm not expecting us to really see another massive, i.e. moonshot to the upside. So we're trying to pare it down a little bit. All right. So those are the charts that all of our artisan members want us to pay attention to. Now, if you all wanted to see a different type of chart, you have to become an artisan member. It's only $4.99 a month. It gives us all the opportunity to go into the chart, see what we're looking at in regards to the price chart and the volume, so that we all can learn as to what the trap is trying to tell us. All right. So if you're not a member, if it is something that you want for us to look at, that we can analyze utilizing language analysis, make sure you come in and participate, become part of our community. We're here to make sure that we all are able to learn to get in position so we can capitalize on the trap's price movement. So that's all I have for today. Thank you all for participating on this Lookout live stream session. Definitely look forward to doing more collaboration with each and every one of you. Hopefully you all have learned something from today. If not, there'll be more opportunities so we can get in position. Now, like I always say, make sure you maintain a profitability. Now you know what to do. Trade different. You all have a good one.